Suppose you are standing somewhere. Are you supposed to see something 60 miles or 95 kilometers away? Of course not. But it is surprising to hear that this Burj Khalifa building can be seen from a distance of 60 miles or 95 kilometers. Not in the same way, it can be seen very clearly with the naked eye. And that is why Burj Khalifa is still the winner in the battle to touch the sky. Sears Tower, the Burj Khalifa Tower, later on, has taken construction engineering to a unique height. Not for parks, fountains or lobbies, but for a man-made installation at the height of the mountains above the ground. You have to go to the Burj Khalifa Tower in downtown Dubai. In today's episode of Actual World, the world's tallest building is Burj Khalifa. Since the creation of the world, just as man has run after the unknown, man has always been desperate to touch the sky. That is why a class of people in the world is just drunk to pretend. They are competing to build skyscrapers to compete with each other. Bivore in the dream of who can touch the sky above whom. At the top of that list is the United Arab Emirates. The country has no shortage of landmarks to attract the richest people in the world. The city of Dubai is one of the most luxurious cities in the world. The then rulers of the United Arab Emirates planned to build the world's tallest building in the country. As a result, the tallest building in the world today is located in Dubai. Construction of the building began on January 6, 2004. It was opened for use in 2010 after a long 7-year career. The building was named Burj Dubai during construction, but was named Burj Khalifa in honor of then-President Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan when it was inaugurated on January 4, 2010. Since then, the building has occupied the position of the tallest building in the world till 2021. Although this record will not last very long. The amount of glass and steel used to build this tallest building in the world would require an equal space of 16 stadiums. These glasses are not like other ordinary glasses at all. These are heat conductors. As a result, even if light enters the building, the indoor environment is not affected by the intense temperature outside. The glass also acts as a solar panel. As a result, a good amount of electricity is generated in the hot sun of the day. But it's not just the glass that protects from the sun's rays. The outside temperature at the top of the Burj Khalifa is only 8 degrees Celsius. In this case, these glasses also act as winter insulation. The entire Burj Khalifa requires an average of 9.5 million liters of water per day, which is supplied through 100 kilometers of pipes. More than 200 kilometers of pipes are spread like nets throughout the building in case of emergency fire control. The amount of bricks and cement used to build the building can be used to build a 1,263-mile-long wall. Surprises do not end here. Let's learn some general information about the building. The Burj Khalifa building has 54 lifts or elevators with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Only 4,000 tons of iron was used to build the Burj Khalifa, which was half the size of the Empire State Building. Although Burj Khalifa is twice the height of the Empire State. The total cost to build the entire building is $1.5 billion. Buyers have to pay an average of $38,500 per square meter to buy a room in this luxurious building. Despite the high price, almost all of the 900 rooms have been sold in 2 years. The monthly rent for each square foot of space in Burj Khalifa is $4,000 for the office court. The preference for Americans to live in the Burj Khalifa is particularly noteworthy. They have been allotted 9 to 16 floors of this building. In addition, the building has 19 to 36 floors and 6 to 106 floors. There are about 900 apartments in the building. There is a mosque on the 156th floor. There are 2 swimming pools on the 43rd and 7th floors. There is also a hotel with 160 rooms. There are also corporate offices of various business organizations on different floors of Burj Khalifa. While it is easy to get to the 160th floor of Burj Khalifa, you have to carry oxygen to get to the top. However, Burj Khalifa is 160 stories high, but it is 211 stories with non-residential spires or coils at the top. The funny thing is the sun can be seen first from Burj Khalifa. The inhabitants of Burj Khalifa see the sun earlier than the inhabitants of the plains at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day, they see the sun more often than the inhabitants of the plains. For this, the scope of the day is much more for them. Another shocking fact is that the Burj Khalifa Tower has set a record for suicides. 16 months after the building opened, a man jumped from the 146th floor of the building. After jumping, the man fell to the 36th floor and was killed. This is the record for the highest number of suicides by jumping from a high place. Even after this, many people committed suicide by jumping from this building. As a result, many people think that there is a curse in the building. This is the record for the highest number of suicides by jumping from a high place. The original design of the building is derived from Islamic architecture. The spiral design of the Burj Khalifa is inspired by the spiral minaret of a 9th century mosque in Samarra, Iraq. As the building ascends, the tower attached to it is completed in a total of 28 steps. And the central tower in the middle rises to a height of 628 meters. And it is surrounded by a spiral shape. As the towers are finished step by step, a beautiful roof has been built over them. However, these spiral steps contain important ideas of science. The steps are arranged in such a way that they increase cyclone tolerance and become desert cyclone tolerant. Burj Khalifa was built by Sommer Skidmore, Wings and Merrill, who previously built installations such as Chicago's Sears Tower and New York City's One World Trade Center. The chief architect of the building was Adrian Smith. The chief engineer was Sufyan al-Jabiri. In addition, 360 skilled engineers and technicians were involved in its construction work. Surprisingly, the building was built using the bundle tube method invented by Fazlur Rahman Khan, a renowned architect of Bangladeshi descent, who is also admired as Fr. Khan. Fazlur Rahman Khan invented the bundle tube method during the construction of Sears Tower. This discovery of Fr. Khan in the construction of skyscraping buildings has had a profound effect on architecture and engineering. In fact, at the present time no high-rise installation can be found that has not been directly or indirectly affected by Fr. Khan's approach. The use of this method has resulted in the construction of the Burj Khalifa, which is twice the height of the State Building, requiring half the amount of steel in the State Building. There are also some more records of Burj Khalifa. It has the longest elevator in the world. It is the building with the largest number of floors. Burj Khalifa has the tallest mosque in the world, the highest observation deck in the world, the highest restaurant and the highest nightclub in the world. The Burj Khalifa Tower cost the Dubai government $1.5 billion. At present, the price per square foot of space is $4,000. But the Dubai government has shown extreme stinginess in spending money on such a huge and ambitious costly project. The 7,500 workers who worked on the skyscraper for 6 years received only $2.84 a day. Moreover, there is no calculation of how many more workers were injured in the accident while going to work. But the Dubai government did not treat these workers in the least humane way. The accommodation and food arrangements of the workers were extremely poor. On the other hand, a large part of these workers have come from South Asia and the Middle East. The poor people of these regions left their black and white life behind and migrated to Dubai to see colorful dreams. But their dream was of no value to the Dubai government. That is why in 2008 about 2,500 workers revolted against their employers, even though the result was zero. Friends, so far today. There will be new information and new videos for you. Until then, stay tuned by subscribing to the channel and don't forget to let us know in the comments what the video looked like.